Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Well, I'm getting very, very close to Love's. There's another one, $2.69 for gas. I get a dime off of that. And I am having absolutely the best time of my life. I'm cranking the tunes, and then I get this email flash breaking news message. And I got to give a shout out to a very, very popular subscriber of mine. Everybody knows her, Mama Tex. And I had sometimes I don't read the username. Someone had asked me the other day what the name of that company was that I sold my Honda Accord to. And if you guys remember, I bought a car, a hybrid, brand new Honda Accord. And then I wanted to sell it right away, and then I took it off the market, and then I decided to sell it again, and I paid $80 for an ad that can run, I think, as long as it takes to sell it if you just keep renewing it, with Auto Trader. But it's the best publication, but they're not cheap. And I had multiple pictures and all that. I paid for a pretty good ad, or maybe I just had the basic, but they let you take several pictures. So I finally, put it on Auto Trader, and I got a call the next day, and it was Texas Auto Value. Drawing a blank there for a second. I get a call, and they actually rang me up, and I almost didn't answer, but God had a hand in it, and I did. And this guy told me he's from Texas Auto Value out of Dallas, and they buy cars, and wanted to buy my car. And I thought, scam, something's up, right away. Incredulism pouring out of my veins, and I'm like, no way, because they have to go through a texting thing through Auto Trader. They can't contact you directly. And so right away there was a flag. But being a dealer, they have some way of going around that, and the fact that the ad was just the day before, I just advertised it. Anyway, he convinced me he was real. And then he said, we'd like to offer you, and I would have took less. The offer he gave me, did they give me any more? I don't think that he even offered, I don't think that he accepted when I said I would like to get more. I was already happy with what they offered me. I think they gave me such a generous offer, and I just couldn't believe it. And then he says, yeah, we meet you at Chase Bank, and you meet one of our people there. As long as the vehicle, we've already checked it out on Carfax, because see, Auto Trader does that. They can see already that it's a real deal. There's nothing I can scam, because my VIN number, shows the car and no damages and clear title and all of that, which was a screw up on that by Honda when I bought it. But anyway, it's always been, except for the first 3 days, paid for. But anyway, he said, we meet you at Chase Bank, and you walk in with one of our agents that come and get the car, and they'll give you a check, cash, IOU, what do you want? Right there. The bank teller hands you the money, not them. Like, here's your check. We got your check here. No. So, it was just like, man, I couldn't figure out how they could scam me when they're offering to do it like that. Like, if I said, let's go to your bank, my bank that I bank with, you go in with me, and I'll get the teller to hand you a check or cash for your car that I want to buy from you. Well, how could you say no, right? So anyway, I made a video for them, and they responded too. The agent that came was the nicest guy in the world, by the way. He's one of many people that work for them around the country. They buy several cars a day, and they go anywhere and everywhere. And they got their agents everywhere. Like I say, they're out of Texas. So Mama Tex on my YouTube channel had a vehicle she wanted to sell. And she said, what's the name of that company again? And she said, I won't give you all the details, but I'll tell you this. She said that the car she was selling, it was a very late model car, which is what they like. It was a Toyota. Extremely high demanded model. Super good gas mileage model. They offered her $10,000 more than a dealer wanted to give her to buy it, which is the same thing with me. I went to the Honda dealer. They were the lowest offer I got. CarMax or one of them places, you can go, offered me more than the dealer did. They wanted to rip me off. Well, anyway, Texas Auto Value gave me a super number. I met him at the Chase Bank. They gave me the check. The guy just test drove it. There was no, when you get there, try to beat you up a little. Oh, well, we didn't see this. And I even had a chip in the windshield. And I was waiting for him to say, oh, we're going to have to deduct for that. And I said, look, I didn't really tell you about the chip in the windshield. It just happened. I actually forgot about that. And I said, but if you give me any less, and they're already giving me a lot, I said, I don't even think I'd sell it. And he goes, no, we're not going to, we get them all the time with that. So they didn't even try one shenanigan. It was the most straightforward, easier than dealing with somebody that is buying it for themselves. And I got a very fair price. So Mama Tex sold her Toyota, got a lot more than the dealer offered her or other wholesale buyers. She didn't have to pay the $80 to Auto Trader because she called them first thing before she advertised it. And so she just made a very generous support into the Buy Me a Coffee Fund to buy me some coffees or gas or whatever. And it was like so kind of her. I mean, unbelievable. So she saved, she got more, she didn't have to advertise her thing. And that's what I'm talking about, folks. She paid it forward. It was just nice, very nice. So shout out to Mama Tex. Congratulations on selling your Toyota. You got your money. And now what she does with her money and what she's going to buy or do or nothing, or buy gold or sell her house, or I don't know. But whatever reasons people have, like my own, by selling my car and then turning around a month later and buying a motorcycle. But it's very cool. And I'm so glad to hear that Texas Auto Value is still performing and doing. So if you have a car for sale, and they'll buy older ones too. So Texas Auto Value online, you can contact them. Tell them Sarasota Tim sent you. I get nothing. And they'll hook you up. They'll take good care of you. When they want to buy a car, they just make the offer. They don't play around. They know people want, retail, and they pay pretty close to retail. I mean, you still got to make money on it. You know that. But they go way higher than these dealers that turn around and sell it for thousands more than you get on trade-in or what you would sell it to them for. And then they charge the customer all these dealer fees, document fee, flooring, handling, all this baloney on top of their big profit. So Mama Tex didn't have to go through any of that. She's got her money, and she was so kind and threw me a little spiff on the Buy Me a Coffee, which I greatly, I mean, here's to you, Mama Tex. You definitely crushed it.